What are some of the big talking points you've been having with some of the attendees at today's event?
Yeah, so we're seeing a shift in ransomware actually. So where it used to be focused on encrypting the data and then holding people for ransom to get a decryption key, be able to get their data back. What we're seeing now is it's shifting to data exfiltration actually. So people are getting into your network, exfiltrating your data, stealing it, and then holding you for ransom to get the data back. So the problem obviously is in the past, if you could pay the ransomware actor to get your data back, it's one thing. But if the data is already stolen, it's too late, right? So you can't decrypt that data, it's actually gone. So one example we saw recently is the Logbit ransomware gang was sort of dismantled by international police, let's say. But what they saw is that data, even for people who paid the ransom to delete their data, was actually still sitting on the Logbit servers. So you can't really trust these, malware users or ransomware gangs to keep their word, honestly. So the focus is really shifting on how do we prevent this from happening, also in combination with the recovery. So it's both prevention through posture and also cyber recovery to get the data back as quickly as possible.
Do you have any predictions for where the cybersecurity space is going within the next 5 years or so? And where does Rubrik really sit in that future?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one. Like if you talk to CISOs, one of the complaints you hear today is they have to manage too many separate tools, right? So typically what we find is between 30 to maybe 80 different unique individual security tools. If you look at sort of the security onion, it has many, many layers, rightfully so. But I think what we're going to focus on more in the future is how can we integrate these things much better so we don't sort of lose the signal in the noise, so to speak, and have these multiple systems interact and work together. So we are really focused on the data security layer, but there's obviously also perimeter security controls, application security controls that all have a role to play. So going forward, I think, is how do we sort of bring this to market together in a sort of more unified way and help customers really address these problems more from a holistic perspective rather than trying to sell them another individual point solution which they have to then manage individually again.